Who taught you to hate the color of your skin? Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
Most of us blacks, or Negroes as he called us, really thought we were free without being aware that in our subconscious, all those chains we thought had been struck off were still there. And there were many ways where what really motivated us was our desire to be loved by the white man. Malcolm meant to lance that sense of inferiority. He knew it would be painful. He knew that people could kill you because of it, but he dared to take that risk.
He was saying something over and above that of any other leader of that day. While the other leaders were begging for entry into the house of their oppressor, he was telling you to build your own house.
Yo. Sorry about that little glitch. I was looking at something. Welcome back to the No PC Show. It is Thursday night. Where you at? I know where I'm at. Tonight's topic is survival in corporate America, a guide to failure. Can we use them to find us, or should we just discover ourselves? This is prompted by, I was watching a program and there was a lady, and she was talking about how to survive in corporate America. The clip was too long. I tried to shorten the clip, but I was not able to. But what I can do is show you, and you can look it up yourself. Practical advice for surviving and excelling in corporate America. And this woman, I guess, has bounced around corporate America, and she's talking from her experience and what she needs to do, or what you need to do to be successful in corporate America. Basically saying you have to capitulate, shut your mouth, do what masters say. They paying you good money. How dare you have an attitude? This is how it works, and if you want to be a part of what we doing here, make this money, you will go along with it. She doesn't see the issue here. She also, and she probably does, because she does mention, she said, does it sound like I'm selling out? Yeah, in a way. Am I capitulating? Yeah, in a way. So if this is always the case, then are we working in corporate America, or are we just surviving in corporate America? I've been in corporate America over 25 years, and it's a hellhole. So are we doing our kids a disservice, or is it the way we apply ourselves? One of the most amazing things I notice is, if there wasn't a problem with blacks, men and women in corporate America, even though a lot of black women seem to be coming up, why are there all these articles for blacks surviving in corporate America, but they're totally different articles for whites for corporate America? The white man, white woman, all they have to do is show up. And you'll have a lot of people saying, oh, well, if you just apply yourself and this and this. No, that's for white people. That's not for you. I've seen millions of times well, that's over an over exaggeration, but hundreds of times, educated black people with far more experience getting passed over by white kids just coming out of school or still in school, and they do what they want. So it's a disservice for us to tell our kids, well, just go to school and go over here and you'll get a job. The good white man will give you a job. But we have to do, I mean, before we even put them in that situation, if we're putting them in that situation, it's gotten to a point where we have to teach them to capitulate, to bow down, to not come across as dominant. Now, a white woman, she can come across as dominant and aggressive, and they may call her a bitch or whatever, but a black woman, that's not, black people, period, that is the stereotype that they wait and they look for. You can try to stay away from the politics, but guess what? If they want to drag you into their politics, they drag you into their politics, and if you refuse to go along willingly, they drag you in there kicking and screaming, because you have to team up. You have to make me comfortable to be here, Negro. You have to accept whatever I do and be happy about it. As the woman was saying, you're not allowed to challenge the system in any way, because after all, we're giving you an opportunity to come and serve us here. There's no acceptance for us, or perceived acceptance. In many cases, you are just treated with tolerance. A lot of them come across as tolerant. We're not saying everyone, but if there's bad apples in the barrel will eventually spoil, and people will turn on you. You're a good white friend, will turn on you. There's a lot of things you can do as a black man, and I understand black women get it too, but I think there's a whole different level with black men. And people say, well, that may be our pride. Well, it's your pride, you know. I'm not allowed to have pride as a black man, because I see white boys all the time. They're proud of their wives, their kids, their homes, their careers. And you're telling the black man he can't be proud of any of that. He should just be appreciative. If you're going to be black and in corporate America, they will try to dictate your narrative. And that's where you need to draw the line, because you have to dictate your own narrative. They're going to try to tell you who you are, what you do, and that's where the problems start. But they don't catch that. I think a lot of that has been mine. You know, every time I would get a white boss, he wouldn't talk to me. He'd just say, "Oh, this is what you do. I already know you." And then they would proceed to give every Tom, Dick, and Harry everything that you had already accomplished, and look at you and say, "Oh, well, you know, they deserve an opportunity. They ain't did no work, but I'm going to give it to them anyway, because these are good white men, and how dare a Negro be ahead of them. We're going to correct this ship." And other white people will see it, and those same white people will accept these positions and jobs, and some of them may even say, "Hey, I'm sorry what happened to you, but I got a family to take care of, so fuck you." It's like covert racism and favoritism. Watching people beneath you get promoted without question, without anything. They can just write down what they want to write down. And then when review times comes around, like my last review, and this is how you know when it's a bunch of bull crap. Sometimes just sit and look at your review. So my last review had all this negative stuff, and I'm hearing, "Oh, well, we think you've checked out. We know you can do the work. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Everything that happened to you that's in the past. You said to us that you had a career, now you have a job. No, I said I had a career and you all made it into a job. Oh, well, we're not going to talk about anything. They will shut you down because that's not what corporate America is for us. For them, and this is what I mean. I was going to call the show The One in the Room. Often in corporate America, they are meetings. And every meeting I go to, and I attend, I do that check to see any other black people in the room besides me working the video audio equipment and stuff like that. And this last meeting we had summer associates, people in law school that would be looking to go into law. And there was a total of 77 people. Want to know how many black people? 2. Want to know how many Asian people? 3. Hispanics? 4. So the rest of the people are white. All the presenters are white except one, because you got to have that one to push the diversity, to keep the status quo. This is what you're dealing with. You're going into a situation where you are outnumbered. The psychology is the biggest part of the job, because you have to adapt to an environment that is in a way hostile to you, but you can't say it's hostile because you signed up for it, and we have these expectations for you, and you don't get to have a say in what else we do and how we run this company. After all, we're giving you an opportunity. They're looking for a way to break you almost. That's what it seems like to me, and a lot, And it's not just one job; it's all these other jobs. So they'll even tell you, "Well, don't burn your bridges," because they know that there are plantations all around. Just like when slavery existed, where are you gonna run to? You're gonna run to another plantation. Excuse me. And have to deal with another master. So this is the way it works in corporate America now. You're tired of this. You're going to leave, and you're going to go to another plantation where this master going to treat me better, because my friends that slaves over here, they said, come on over here. We getting treated nice over here. Then they call your previous master, say, was this a good slave? Or were there problems? Now, legally, they're not supposed to do anything but say, was your attendance good? Blah, blah, blah. No real personal questions of behavior and all that, But they circumvent all that, because that's just for you. Tons of white folks have gotten hired, and you got to talk to them. They said, nah, they didn't really check my references. I came in, I said I knew Becky over there, or I knew Tom over there, and that's all I needed. You can go to a job. I went to an interview, and I had the global manager's recommendation of one of the largest, the top 3 law firms. Global manager. But she was black. So I think they weigh the power a little differently. Needless to say, I didn't get the job, and the man told me, he said, well, you say you don't get angry, but I just don't believe it. I mean, you seem calm and everything right here, The answers were great. You've been here 2 hours. Everything's okay. I'm going to keep the white boy that's fucking up. And she says, I talked to this dude, and he said you were great. Everything was On point. Plus, you had my recommendation. Black recommendations don't mean crap. You almost have to have that white person to vouch for you, to verify that you are a good Negro. This is what we have to tell our kids. And the biggest thing we have to teach them is you got to have an out plan. You got to plan all this through so you have a set age where you can get out. Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank did this video. And he talked about by the age of 42 to 45, you should be done paying for your schooling, your home, and possibly your children's schooling. I don't know what world he lives in, but he lives in a world he's rich and he's done it. And he paid for both his kids. I think one's a doctor, one's a lawyer. He said, I don't owe them nothing. I spent about $200,000 a piece on their education to put them in a better standing. How many of us have that type of money to invest into our kids? The system is designed to oppress you and help you build up our situation, to help you build up our legacy. If you are not here, Negro, to help this company do what we want to do, forget your people. Because a lot of times you get a Negro in power, he is expected to toe the line and act accordingly. And a lot of times when that doesn't happen, they may pull in a Hispanic person or something like that. I'm in the situation now, moving on to my 4th regional manager, because they know they're full of crap, and if they had something, I would have been fired. Don't sit up here and tell me all this. We're going to give you one more chance. Like I've committed crimes, like I have a write-up or something. I don't have any write-ups on my record or anything. You have no valid reason to dismiss me other than I'm not going for your BS. And they know that, so that's why they say, well, we'll give you another year. Another year for what? Why don't you just write me a check? Why would I write you a check and give you an opportunity to go out and start your own thing and get a leg up and not be under me? We don't support anything, and this is what jobs do, and you have to explain this to yourself and your kids. When you go and work in corporate America and get this so-called career, it's going to be involved a lot of late hours, lots of traveling, and you're not going to have time to do nothing but what they tell you to do. This is how corporate America operates. They don't even want to hear about you having anything or even anything remotely to what they have or more than what they have. We have to teach our kids like our ancestors or our grandparents and everything had to learn to step off the curb when the white people were coming. Look down at the white man's shoe. All those black laws, and you know, they had to get along. And they passed a lot of these traits on to us and said, you know, baby, just go on to school, get this good job, you know, get that education, get that job. And the white man to treat you good and you'll be able to raise your family and all that. Nobody was telling us, get that education, come back here. This is the recordization that we build in black communities. When you go get that education, you become a doctor, you become a lawyer, whatever. Bring that back to this neighborhood. Because there's a ton of people that need lawyers in the black neighborhood. There's a ton of people that need doctors in the black neighborhood. But somewhere along the line, everybody start moving out. The drugs and the way that the government was managing people on aid and things like that, and giving young girls apartments and and creating a unstable atmosphere for a lot of young people, where the boy gets 15, 16 and the mother's unable to control him, or the fathers aren't around. And that's still going on. And so today we're talking about this corporate level. We're not even talking about the brothers that are down here on the struggle, that they just trying to make it from day to day. They flipping burgers and all that. And if they don't want to flip burgers, they out there flipping birds. They out there putting their life at risk, standing on these corners. It's all part of the same system. But what are we gonna do? And that's the question every week. And I know it sounds repetitious, but we got to ask that question every day. You got to ask that question every day that you wake up. What we gonna do? How we gonna do it? And it starts, like I said last time, with the family. Each family has to start building situations in the family that protect the foundation, that build the foundation, and connect with all the other resources in the family. If there's a kid that wants to go to college, why isn't the family coming together and everybody starting a college fund for a kid or two in the family that may not have the money? Those that have money are not going to work. Why aren't we able to put $100 a month into an account and say, this account is for the kids in the family? So the kids in the family can have an opportunity to go to school if they wish, or take that money, invest in some type of business. If the kids is business minded and they have an idea, why don't we take this money and put it toward this business? If everybody in the family is doing this, well, let's say most families are pretty big. If you got 20 to 30 people in the family willing to say, I'm going to put this into this account every month, then you can buy a building, make it a family business. This is growing the foundation. There's all types of ways for us to do it. The problem is we have a selfish mentality. It's almost like if we doing good, we don't care about our brothers and sisters doing bad as long as we doing good. Everybody talks about the problems. The solution isn't with the white man. Our problem is us dealing with the white man and how we deal with him and how we continue to help him to oppress us. How we accept that this is the only game in town, going and working for him. Student loans, house loans, car loans, putting your kids through school, eating. That all takes money. And you're going to get money either the right way or the wrong way to make that happen. Like I say, it's amazing the amount of stuff you see out there. And, people are like, well, there's no real problem. What are you talking about? What do you mean? If there wasn't a real problem, why are there just tons and tons of tips for black women at work and in business? 5 things black men face in corporate America. Telling you how to dress as a black person, how to act as a black person, how to behave. And this is all for you. Because they dress how they want to dress. The same dress that is too tight on you. Oh, look at Becky over there. She's a sharp dresser. She knows how to finesse the clients and really make it happen. I don't know if you ever noticed, if you work for a company that has a marketing department, Most of the time, it's just a whole bunch of white girls. And they're there to smooth. They're selling the company's product, but they're there to smooth and distract these potential clients. And it works. I was looking at a thing today, and it was crazy. It was about black companies that people don't know are black because they put white people out. See if I can bring it up here. I think it was called Black Companies Who Have White Faces. And it was about all these companies that, in their mindset, they said, if I put my face out there, then the white people are going to say this is a black company. They're not going to support the product, and I'm not going to make the money. Why are you so concerned with white money? If you got a good product and this hair grease or something for black people, why do you care? Is that greed? Is that a desire to integrate? I don't know what it is. If I got a company and I can't put my face out there and you won't support it, then I don't need your support. Oh, well, that's not good business, you know. No, they put their faces on it, and we go support them. So they don't have that same psychology that we have to work with. Why is it that everything we do has to be done according to what they say? You can't be successful unless you're successful the way I tell you to be successful, Negro. And that's a false success. You may have money and things like that, but as we've seen, these successful white people killing themselves. So what form of success is that if you are killing yourself? I can't say that that's success. Like I say, there's a lot of sites out here. Let me see if I can share this page. Articles like Psychology of Black and White and what that means for your business. Black faces, white spaces. Re-imaging of the relationship of African Americans. All these different articles. We're still dealing with racism, which is just a distraction to keep you from dealing with the real problem, because the real problem is economics. But as long as I've got you focused on racism and how I'm treating you and how I'm not treating you right, at the same time I'm treating you wrong and you're fighting against racism, I'm back here. I'm making money. We building. Downtown Chicago. I walk around all the time. Crane after crane after crane. 30, 40 cranes in the downtown area. 2 or 3 blacks on every site. They call that equality. There's only 5 black major construction companies in America, and they don't even get the money. And when they do get money, it's front, and it doesn't trickle down. Malcolm said it best. You know, how are we going to complain about these people when we're begging to be accepted into their organizations and the companies that they've built? And they didn't build them for us. They built them for their kids. They built them for their legacy. They give a damn less about your legacy. So when you've capitulated and bought into that system, what do you expect? I have no expectations of these white folks I work for. I expect them to do exactly what they do. They backstab, lie, cheat, steal, And then they have the nerve to get upset with you when you don't accept it. Freedom is the ability to say no to a lie. The truth will set you free. And whether that is, if that's you losing a job or losing an opportunity, you got to turn it around mentally and say, I got rid of a situation. I didn't lose a job. I got rid of a situation that wasn't benefiting me no way. Wasn't part of my goal, my plans, and God has something better for me down the line. We have to find a way to psychologically reinvent ourselves and love one another and be able to move forward in this world. We just can't keep holding on to master's tit, believing that that's going to get us somewhere. We can't keep teaching our kids that same behavior. That's the behavior we were taught, and a lot of times they had to live that behavior because that's what they got. A lot of our parents grew up in a time or were born in a time where they couldn't vote. So they didn't have a vote. So they had to do what they had to do. And then they taught us what they taught us, believing that this would manifest into something for us. But they killed the leadership, and then we just accepted what they gave us. And it's mostly just us. A lot of other groups, I mean, they deal differently, and you can't keep allowing people to tell you who you are, creating a narrative that's really not your narrative, and force you into a dream that's not your dream. We got to find a better way. Let's do it together. Love, peace. So, we out of here.
Walking down on 42nd Street. Heard some white folks talking. Had a riot yesterday. 10 niggas died. Died, nigga. Say what? 10 niggas died. Yeah, died, nigga. Went down to Whitehall Street. Heard a sergeant reporting lots of niggas dying in Vietnam. Died, nigga. Died, nigga. Nigga died. Had to get away from niggas. Dying all the time. Went back up to Harlem. Heard a school teacher say, niggas sure are dumb. Almost like they're dead. Die, nigga, everywhere you go. Niggas dying. Niggas been dying for 400 years. Niggas dying with conked heads. Niggas dying in Ivy League suits. Niggas know how to die. Been dying for 400 years. Been practicing how to die. Niggas dying in prisons. Niggas dying on farms. Niggas dying in dirty rooms. Even learned how to die in mansions now. Big office buildings. Fancy dying. Niggas love dying. Build big funeral homes so dead nigga undertakers get rich burying dying niggas. Die, nigga. Niggas always trying to die. Niggas get shot. Die, nigga. Niggas get hung. Die, nigga. Niggas get lynched. Die, nigga. Niggas get tarred and feathered. Niggas get boiled in oil. Niggas get carried out of their own homes. Niggas watch their wives get raped. Watch their babies get stomped. Then niggas watch some redneck hunky stand over them and laugh. Laughing, talking about die, nigga. Actually laughing. Wine bottle in his hand, cigar in his mouth, laughing, talking about die, nigga. We're going and die, nigga. You've been dying for 400 years. Niggas know how to die. Niggas don't know nothing else but dying. Niggas dream about dying. Niggas plan beautiful lives for when they're dead. Die, nigga. Nigga preachers tell niggas about heaven. Got to die first. Die, nigga. Niggas love dying. Niggas watch dying on TV. They love it. Niggas watch other niggas die. They love it. Niggas watched Emmett Till die. Niggas watch Mac Parker die. Niggas watch James Chaney die. Niggas watch Bobby Hutton die. Niggas watch Medgar Evers die. Niggas watch niggas die. Niggas watch niggas die. Niggas, 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 niggas die. Niggas die. Niggas die. Niggas die. Niggas die. So black folks can take over.